Hey everyone, it's me, Blossy. Many of you have asked me to do a retrospective on how the Blossy Show was created. So today, I'm going to do that. In the Blossy Show, beneath the glove. Well, the Blossy Show began when I was very little, with my parents, and they had a little camcorder, and I would always record little movies and such. But as you can see in this original Blossy episode, I didn't really know how to work a camera at that time. It was all black. It was disgusting. Hey everyone, it's me. Right. Yeah. And then I went on to make Steamboat Blossy, which was just a picture of me as a 1920s cartoon, and I just moved the camera up and down. Eventually, I went on to make the very first Blossy episode, the Blossy Show pilot. I am a very sophisticated puppy. And well, at first, it's kind of difficult to work with this stuffed animal actor because, hey everyone, it's me, Blossy. What are you doing? First of all, she was just incompetent completely, and I couldn't work with her. So, in the very next episode, I just threw her out. And, we brought her back for a couple more episodes, but that was the end of her. And although I was kind of nervous to do going on camera myself, I kind of got over it after a while. And then a short while later, I was sent the Blossy Show theme song.
It's time for the Blossy Show, featuring none other than Blossy herself.
And I started putting it at the beginning of all the episodes that I made. Like the one where I went back to the future, and the one where I ate the corn, and the one where I got trapped underneath the toaster. And the thing about the toaster episode was that it kinda made me lose a lot of weight. And the toaster episode was actually real. I was actually really asking for help, but no one would come, and kinda made me really upset. But soon I began to realize that I can't really hold this show up on my own. I made this one episode, and it was supposed to sync up with the Beatles album, but it didn't really work the way I hoped it would because no one ever tried it. It was kind of disappointing, but you know, that's how things work. And then I tried to make a multi-part episode, but it was where I got sick, and I thought because everybody had the swine flu, that I could make up my own little disease called puppet flu, but I really actually did get sick, and my evil twin sister Yissel took over the Blossy Show, but I caught her and she went into jail for a long time. I think recently she got out, but she was in jail for a long time. So then I got a new actor on the Blossy Show, and at first I wasn't really sure how I'd cope with having a new actor on the show. So I tried it, and I think that it really worked out well. Nene the Wonder Horse is a wonderful actor on the Blossy Show. He's probably second only to me and my baby right now, and yeah, And sadly, that's where the Blossy Show began to go on its downward spiral. And yeah.
Just one more quick thing before I go. Forever.
Well, the April Fool's Day episode is where things really started to go bad, and I kinda April Fooled everybody into thinking that this would be the very last episode of the Blossy Show, and because of that, and it really wasn't, and because of that, everybody began to distrust the Blossy Show. It wasn't a very trustworthy show anymore. So very quickly, I decided to make the Blossy in the Rye, which was an episode that everybody wanted to see. Well, unfortunately, it didn't really have that much to do with the book, The Catcher in the Rye, but I later found out but when I read it, what it was really about. Well, that definitely was not about bread. Coming off of this, I then made 2 episodes that are so bad that I'm legally unable to show them to you. In fact, one of them was even banned in Germany. It was that bad. I'm sorry I can't show it to you. But anyways, we're gonna move on to one of my personal favorite episodes that I made. The W word. It all started one day when I found something, when I was just like in my house. I found something really interesting. I have no idea what this thing is. At first, I had no idea what to do with the thing that I found. But then it hit me. I'll make a Blossy Show episode out of this. The episode was wonderful. And so was the walk that I went on. But it was only the second time I've ever been outside my house. And it did things to my head. Soon, I decided that I wanted to clone myself. Soon, Blossy puppets will take over the world! And yes, very soon, Blossy clones were all over the place. And that gave me the idea for my very next episode. The night of the accursed muskrat thingy! Where I had a horrible curse. And now the curse is gone, I think. It better be gone. If it's not gone, I'm pretty upset. And then I don't know what happened. For 3 months, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. And then, on New Year's Eve, I woke up suddenly. And I found out I was pregnant with a baby. And I had my baby. And she is the most wonderful, special little angel in the entire world. But very soon I figured out that I couldn't take care of my baby on my own. So I needed some help. So, in the very next episode after that, I hired a vampire.
Hello, I am Va, and I am here about the lace.
Being part of the Blossy Show was definitely a career-changing role for me. Soon after, I found myself being casted in all sorts of Blossy Show episodes. I really had a wonderful time, and I think I've really become one of the show's breakout characters. Actually, the truth is that no one actually likes the very much. And honestly, I plan on writing her out of the show in a couple more episodes, but don't tell her that, otherwise she'll be pretty upset. And so, I made a couple more episodes. One where I had my baby in a vacuum cleaner is probably one of my even more favorite episodes. It had what I consider the best Blossy hit single that I ever released. Here, take a listen to Vacuum Cleaner Baby, the hit single from Blossy Sucks Her Thumb. Sometimes life sucks, but you gotta get over it. Sometimes life sucks, but you gotta get over it. Sometimes life sucks, but you gotta get over it, yeah. Vacuum cleaner baby. Vacuum cleaner baby. Go potty. Now. Good night, baby. Yeah. I was really hoping that it would hit number 1, but it only hit number 6,298,421. And I wasn't nominated for any Grammy Awards either. Neither was the episode. It wasn't nominated for any Academy Awards, so it kind of made me upset. Anyways, then I went on to make a few more episodes. I made the Shadow Puppet Box, and I made Blossy's Christmas Tree Caper, which where my Christmas tree, where BB put up the Christmas tree multiple times, and then I made Battle of the Centuries, where I got slaughtered by Happy New Year, and my BB beat him up with a hammer. It was pretty bad, and well, not the episode itself, it wasn't that bad, but I was beat up pretty bad, and then I made the Magic Fabric of Whimsy, where I played with a roll of toilet paper for about 10 minutes. And that brings me where I am now. Right now I'm working on what is potentially a Blossy movie. And I'm actually working on this episode. And I'm also working on Somewhere Over the Railroad, which is a Wizard of Oz episode of the Blossy Show. And yeah, that's about all I'm working on right now. Yeah. And that's the story of the Blossy Show. And well, I guess I never actually told you why I went and created the Blossy Show to begin with, but I guess I can tell you right now. Well, I guess the reason why I created the Blossy Show to begin with, well, was because I really wanted to be able to entertain people and make them happy. And I know that not many people watch the Blossy Show, but I hope that when they do watch it, it really makes them happy when they need it, and sometimes just for the heck of it. I love everybody who watches the Blossy Show. I love everybody who doesn't watch the Blossy Show. It's really wonderful that people will spend the time watching me do silly little things. And I guess I have to end with a silly little anecdote. So I guess the hardest thing about making the Blossy Show is that doggy at the end, the real dog at the end. I think that getting her to listen to what I tell her to do at the end of every episode is probably the hardest thing to do. Well, we'll see ya. Blossy Show, the Blossy Show, the Blossy Show.